Once again, guys, welcome to another episode. We are in Nakuru, the project that we started last year. We are now ready to present to you our final product and to show you what has been going on. We finished this project a bit like a week or 2 weeks ago, but we've been trying to streamline things so that at least we show you the product when it's neatly been presented. Before I go forward, I just want to tell you that this is a project deep in the outskirts of Nakuru. The client just wanted a small uplift of his house, and initially he just wanted us to do a window in the dining room. And as I've always been telling you guys, sometimes the intentions you want to do, especially when you just want to renovate something small, don't think about the entire building, don't think about the entire rooms, don't think about the entire house. That small bit, once you have started working on it, it always opens doors for bigger things. The project that I presented to you a year ago in Nyeri, the client just wanted a revamp of one bathroom. When we entered the home to just revamp the bathroom, money just trickled in. He didn't even know how he managed to do a project of almost 3 million. By the time I was sitting with him, he told me, "Kid, do you know what? If you gave me the quotation for the entire project of this particular project, I'm very sure I would have told you, go away." So in this project also, in the same perspective, this client sent me, actually I went to meet him in the office on a very completely different issue. Then when we were just talking, we managed to get to a level whereby he was like, "Keith, you are an interior designer. My wife has been looking for an interior designer to widen his window at the dining room. Is it something that you can do?" I told him, "Why not? I came here to do a window, and for sure we have revamped the entire house. That is starting with the gypsum ceilings, skimming of the walls. The walls were poorly done, so we had to skim the entire house and repaint it. When we came in this house, there was a lot of yellow, a lot of orange, a lot of greens, whites, different colors in different spaces. So, and the walls were rugged, so we had to skim the entire house and repaint it in a softer and neutral white color all through. And then we ended even up to do the kitchen, the tiling. We've also done wardrobes in the bedrooms, and we have also revamped the master bathroom, which today we might not be able to showcase or to show you what we did in that space because the client is not in and it's a private space and it is locked. So I will just take you around so that I show you exactly what we've been doing and exactly what we did in this space. So let's go. So this is the lounge, guys, and I will just talk about what we've done. In this space, we've worked on the walls, which we did proper skimming. As you can check on the walls, the walls are smooth enough, and we've also introduced a very nice paint on the walls, which is a very soft tone of white. And then the ceiling, initially from our final video, you'll see what the ceiling looked like initially and what we've managed to do. We've actually simplified this house entirely because the ceiling was too much, so we brought it down and just came up with the simple steps. As you know, guys, people are different, clients are always different, and we cannot deviate too much from the client's taste or client's preference. Personally, I am a simple, straightforward guy in terms of design, but at times when a client wants something a bit playful, I can tone it down by just advising, but I can't tone it too much to what he doesn't like. So we had to come up with a 3-stepped ceiling, whereby we have an indirect light on the outer side, an indirect light on the inner side, and a very simple step in the middle. But we tried as much as we can to just maintain straight lines. And as you can see, the choice of cornice, the cornice, very smooth, straight lines, beautifully done. You can't even manage to see the edgings or the joints. Properly done. Even the corners you can see properly skinned. Then we introduce the panel molding around the first step and the second step, just to give it a character, so that sometimes when this ceiling is finished, at times the edging on the upper side and the lower side is not properly, it cannot get proper line. So normally, instead of struggling with it, we just tried to introduce a panel molding on it and a panel molding on it to just give it a proper finish. Then we came in, the client wanted something colorful, but we said no, let's give you a warm light, and introduce a warm light on the indirect ceilings. On the outer sides also introduced a few lights. Those are down lighters, 6 watts, a few in number, because we also don't want the space to be too bright. So we have like 6 pieces or 7 pieces around, and then we avoided putting one in front of the TV. And then we decided to get him a very simple chandelier, very affordable, because people are different and people have different classes, and you cannot avoid giving people what they want. So they wanted a simple chandelier, something that is cost effective, and we managed to get this one for them. And then also when we came in, the TV was just hanging here, there was nothing here. So I talked to my client and told him, let's just introduce something small. He managed to get some funds for us, and then we customized this TV unit. Very nicely done. It has a drawer on the other side, a drawer on the other side, and as usual guys, our concept has always been soft closing. As you can see, even if it's whatever simplicity or cost effective, we manage as much as we can to come up with something that is genuine. In terms of even handles, we cannot, because of cost or whatever, we just give you proper handles that will just complement the entire look. And from the floor level, normally what we have done, we've just left the 100mm, which is held with a skirting. Normally this is not the normal skirting, it's the casters on the sides, which are almost 100mm high, and then now the box sits on top, and the box is roughly around 600, giving the entire height from the ground floor to this height around 600 or 700, and then now the sound bar goes there at 100. Then we left a small space for him, and then now we hung the TV slightly above, because he has small kids or young boys who run around. So if you bring it too much low, then again they will keep on hitting it. And then that is it. Our client is in the defense forces, and green is a very important color to them, but we tried as much to tone it down, because we wanted something as green as this, but we told him no, that will be too much. So we tone it down so that it is a very soft green, purposely for purposes of shooting or something like that. I don't know, it sharpens the eyes, something like that. So that is it for the lounge. Let me take you to the dining to show you what we did. Also, when we came in here, mostly you will find the fundis that have been employed to do this work, they just come and brush up things and leave it. So when we came in, this thing was really raggedly finished, poorly finished. The edges were not sharp. Even these surfaces were very rough, and it had been painted, and actually even the painting was a very completely weird color. I think it was an orange color. So we decided to tone down this house in terms of colors. There was almost around 4 types of colors we toned down, and now we skimmed this thing properly, brought it back to life, and right now when you walk around this space, you just appreciate the arches. Then the corridor was also not so well done, and then it was a completely different color. We decided to match the same color that we are doing in the lounge, the dining, and even the kitchen to be the same. So as I told you guys, this is the window that brought us here. Initially there was a very small tiny window here that was serving the kitchen, and then my client, the lady, wanted something bigger in such a way that she could serve food from the kitchen all the way to this side. And this window is what brought us here. But we ended up doing a lot of works. If you can look at it, this is the dining area. Did a proper ceiling here. There was poor ceiling. I think there was no ceiling initially. So we introduced, because we had done something in the lounge, we decided to come up with a nice ceiling, just a simple step ceiling with cornice without too many flowers, 2 stepped cornice, that is the outer cornice and the inner cornice. Then a very small step for the indirect lighting, which is roughly around 150 millimeters just after the outer cornice. Then on the inner side, we have the indirect light. Then, because now this is the dining, we decided to get a very simple, beautiful and elegant chandelier that is hanging there, so that just to give this dining a complete look for our client. And that is it for the dining. It was simply a nice ceiling, nice chandelier, skimming and painting, a beautiful window that they wanted, cladded nicely in mahogany, and the wood is well seasoned and dried with architraves on either sides. So whatever feel you have on the inner side of the room, it is the same look on the outer side. And the wood is 50 millimeter thick, just to ensure that it will never warp, and also so that it sits properly. We don't do 20 millimeter because at some point, due to contraction and expansion, at times they lose shape, they come out of the wall, and they will not handle the changes in weather. So we normally do between 40 and 50 millimeter thick, and that is it. Let me now take you to the real thing that now after that we ended up doing. So guys, the real thing, we are now in the kitchen. When I landed here to do the window, guess what I did? I had to convince my client that surely this kitchen is not in the standard of this house. Initially, when I came in, there were 2 working counters. There was one counter which was around 450, roughly 400 or 450 millimeters on this side. And there was another counter again of 450 on this other side. So this door was not at this particular position. The door was in the middle of this room, so that the client could be able to have a counter of 450 on that side and a counter of 450 on this side. And then Interiors will not give you something that is not to the standards. So we decided to advise the client, and I told my client, let me just do a 3D design for you so that you see what I can propose for your kitchen. So I decided to do a 3D for this space, and I moved this door from this particular position. It was somewhere here, from this particular position to this end. I decided to remove completely, to do away with the cabinets that were on the left hand side, just to give this space, to give this kitchen a proper room for traffic and even the space for cooking, so that when this person is standing on this side, there should be enough space even for circulation. If kids are around, they can move around, so it is not congested. And that is one. Secondly, we managed to do for them the open window that serves the kitchen to the dining. So whenever they have anything from this side, they can quickly just put it on this surface. You'll go to most kitchens and you'll find people have tiled everywhere, all the walls. Initially, there were tiles around this entire house, from this side to this side to the other side. What did I do? Normally, bring them down. I remove and just walk around with paint on the walls. No matter whichever color of paint you would want, probably we would advise on the paints, but we decided to just go plain paint, and probably they will look for some few wall hangings and put around, or maybe hooks to put their things in that. When we come to your kitchen, or when we are doing your kitchen, we normally come with our electrician. We wire our things afresh so that everything is in position. And if you look at these, we have all these DP switches, all aligned on one straight line. Everything is just straight. This is an inbuilt system type of kitchen. I've received so many questions online whereby someone is telling me, Keith, can I use my old microwave and just put it there? My brother, my sister, it is not possible. You can still have it there, but it's not meant to be there. So this is an inbuilt type of system. All this beautifully done, well fitted, well trimmed. Then on this other side, there was another counter that was flowing all the way to that side, leaving a very minor or small space here to access the pantry. I decided to give them an allowance on the diagonal. This is roughly 900, and then giving them 900 all the way, then giving them a smaller space here. They can do anything maybe for their use, I don't know, but at least they have room for circulation. Then as usual, we give you a proper sink. We gave them a very nice movable sink mixer. And then our double sinks are very strong. If you check, they are very strong. They give you a bigger bowl on the left and then a smaller bowl on the right hand side, and then it sits properly on the granite, giving this kitchen a proper finish. So under the sink, you normally have 2 doors so that they can have more storage on that side. And because on this side is we have started with doors, and the other side we had done a lot of drawers, we decided on this wing, let's do the 4 doors just to reduce on complicating the entire kitchen. So we also gave them more storage here where they are putting their tins and all that. Anything that they are not using frequently on that side, they've already decided to store it on this side. And then even here we decided, because we are doing away with tiles, and normally water will not splash past 150 millimeter, we give you a bigger backsplash all the way to here, and we give you another nice countertop on top of the window, and then you reduce on the amount of the amount of tiles that you use. So everything is sitting properly in this kitchen. My client didn't want to redo the entire floor, the tiles on the floor, so we have done a nice mix and match of a few different black tiles, but it's still, due to the cost implication, it has still just complemented the entire thing. We also ripped down the entire ceiling and brought in a very simple type of ceiling, which is nicely done, well finished. You will not see any joints, properly done, and also painted nicely in white. And then we just provided a simple downlighter in warm finish, another downlighter on top of the microwave and the oven, then 2 more downlighters on this line as you go into the on this line of the sinks. And then we have run also a cornice around. It runs on top of the cabinets all the way, and it runs around the house just to give it that simple, elegant, straight finish type of look. And that is it for this kitchen. And this is the thing that I really wanted you guys to see, how you can just transform a small space and how you can use different ideas or creatively use ideas to give a client something that is proper. Most people would employ just simple foodies or people who are just very affordable, but these people mislead them, especially in the cases whereby someone just comes in and tells you, let's have a counter of 450 on this side and a counter of 450 on this side. It will still function. That thing does not function. Let's have proper standardized sizes in terms of size, standardized materials, standardized functional appliances in positions where they're supposed to be. Do not allow fundis to mislead you. Consult with the right teams. Don't use just anybody. At Kthinteriorz, we are ready to consult with you. Just talk to us. The minute you talk to us today, and we agree on a small fee of consultation, tomorrow morning, whether in Kisii, whether in Mombasa, whether in Lamu, we will be there the following day to just give you a proper consultative ideas on how to go about, whether it's a kitchen, whether it's a bathroom, whether it's the entire interiors. Just talk to us. We are ready, and we are flexible, and we are friendly. Do not be scared. Do not hesitate. DM us immediately. We will be there. Thank you guys for taking time to watch this episode of the Nakuru project. And as usual, guys, do not forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel and liking on our social media pages at kthinteriorz, where style meets elegance.